Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. So I hope you're all well. I am back in the summer house, although I think summer has well and truly gone. So hence the fleece to keep me nice and warm. It's looking pretty overcast today, pretty miserable. But we are in high spirits and fine form. So yeah, just wanted to show off some of the bits that I picked up from the Blackpool Play Expo, talk a little bit about that. So it's going to be a little bit of pickups, a little bit of chat. Do people call it a channel update these days? But yeah, just, you know, a bit of a chit chat. I've actually been listening to quite a few podcasts, not loads, but probably 3 main ones in the car. And I was listening to the first 3 episodes of Retro Ed's podcast, and I enjoyed it so much. Just, it was so familiar, a bit like when Clint does one of his vlogs or vlogs or whatever he calls it, and it's like sort of catching up with people, although you're not actually there. But yeah, it's quite nice catching up with them, just hearing their voice, hearing what they're up to, that sort of stuff. So I thought, yeah, you know, I'll have a bit of a natter. If you're not up for that, if you're not bothered, if you're not, you know, then fast forward, whatever, you know, I ain't bothered. You have to excuse the noise in the background, so there's obviously some kids playing out and they're making a load of racket and noise. But yeah, so we went to Blackpool, met up with quite a few lads. I think this was like maybe my 5th or 6th time going, and usually you do bump into people, but you are sort of on your own. And I bumped into Ed quite early doors. We just hung out for like the whole day with, like, I don't know, probably like half a dozen, maybe even more, maybe like 8 other people for the day. It was brilliant. It was like a bunch of lads that you all sort of know, and just having a bit of banter and a bit of a chat all day. It was I tell you what, it absolutely made the day. It was brilliant. It was like, yeah, just hanging out with mates like you would back in the day. So yeah, I did really enjoy it. It's probably the best one that I've done. Just not because the show was any different to how it normally would be, or because they had more arcades than they ever have, because they didn't. But just more the fact that I bumped into people, and I got chatting and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I sort of, early doors, as soon as I got there, I went and found Stu straight away. And not a lot of people really know Stu because he doesn't have a YouTube channel or anything. Said hello, had a game off him that he'd got for me. And I think he, I think he had tried to go and trade in I don't know if everybody will know, but the Sega Sports Pad. It's like a trackball that you use to play certain games. And he tried to trade it to, I think, the guys down the bottom, Console Passion, I think they are. And the guy looked at it and he goes, you know, what am I supposed to do with that? You know, he didn't have a clue what it was. He said, well, I don't know what it is. It's far too niche. I'll be sat on that 3 years. I'll never sell it. So no, I don't really want it. I was like, flipping heck. But so yeah, I think poor old Stu was a bit miffed not being able to trade that in. But I'm sure he'll get more than a few spondoolies for it on eBay if he tries to flip it on there. So good luck with that one, buddy. But then yeah, after that, hung out with Ed for a while, bumped into a few other people, bumped into Paul Retrobait, not seen Paul in absolutely yonks. He was looking all good on that himself. You know, seems to be very happy at the minute. So that's, you know, that's good, fair play to him. And then, so me and Ed had gone into the other room and said, oh, you know, should we have a bit of a game on something? And I just got talking to him about how last year on the Sunday it was a bit quieter, and me and Clint had gone to play some, what were we playing? I think we were playing Sega Saturn. And yeah, and just had a bit of a look, because I'd never even seen a Sega Saturn, you know, let alone really played one. So we had a bit of a laugh on that. So me and Ed were trying to find one, and we walked past the Master System. It had Teddy Boy on it. I was like, oh, hang on, mate, I'll have to have a quick bash on Teddy Boy. I'm not joking. I sat down, played Teddy Boy. I think I had like 1 life on it, so didn't get far at all. And then Steve was behind us, Retro Red Steve. He's like, you know, who let you guys in, sort of thing. So yeah, a very welcome break. So I've not met Steve before, and what a lad he is, blimey. But yeah, we didn't get to play any more games. Certainly on the consoles, anyway. But then yeah, hang out with Steve and Ed. My lad was with us for most of the day as well, and I think they made him feel very welcome. I think they quite took to him as well, which was quite nice for him. So he had a good laugh and a bit of banter with the lads as well. He's only 16, but yeah, it was just brilliant. Just a really good day, and it went far too quickly. And despite some omissions in attendance, it was a shame Clint couldn't have got there, and perhaps a couple of the other lads off the chat as well. I know it's a long way for him. But yeah, and we didn't get to see Tootie UK, so hopefully, I hope you're all right, mate. I've not seen you for a couple of years at that one. Word on the street was you might have had a bit of a tipple on the Friday night and a bit of a sore head on Saturday morning. So, but I hope you're all right, mate. Hopefully I'll see you next year or another event if I can get to any of them. So yeah, and it was great. And one of the lads that I also got to meet was Craig, and I'm trying to remember. I think Craig's channel is Goodwin's Place, and I've watched a bit of Craig's videos, but he doesn't make them very often. So, and he's given me this. I'll open it towards the end of the video, but I've got the community box, the treasure chest. So I'm going to do a bit of opening on that in a little minute. And yeah, you know, I'll show you guys a bit about how it works. I'm not going to show you everything in there because that is kind of how it works, to not show everything. I'm not 100% sure. I think I pick 1 or 2 or whatever I want things, and then I replace the stuff I've nicked basically, and then send it to somebody else. And I've got an idea of who I'm going to send it to, but I won't say who. So I've not actually asked them yet. But yeah, so but first I will show you guys what I got. So something just super quick. So I picked this up. It's only a piece of paper, but it is showing off Air of the Dog, which is a click and point, a point and click video game that is being made by an indie. A guy called Tom. Got chatting to him, and I got talking to him because I recognised it. I'd listened to a couple of guys that were Tom that I know, and I think they're on there with a guy called Ash, and the lady that hosts it is maybe called Heather, and it's called Old Gamer Podcast. Look it up. I listened to it in the car. It's been brilliant. And he did make this game first, which is called Lucy Dreaming. Very British sense of humour. But this, you can download the demo on Steam for free, and that's what I intend to do. Really nice guy. I'm going to check it out. Been inspired by a lot of the Monkey Island games and Day of the Tentacle, stuff like that, which is what he enjoyed. So yeah, I thought I'd just give it a plug, give it a mention. Oh, I tell you who else I met. I met a really nice bloke that was kind of in with the crowd called Pete. I think his channel is called Retro Gaming Tip or Retro Tip, something like that. He's done loads of videos, and I was talking to him about this video he did on Monkey Island. I watched the other video that he'd done on GoldenEye. It was about over an hour long, easily. And it's a documentary, really well done. And he's just a normal bloke. I think he said he was from... Where was he from? Buckinghamshire, I think. Really nice bloke, though. Probably all of you probably already know him. And it's like, come on, Ollie, where have you been? You know, but I didn't really know who he was. So I watched, yeah, I'm going to watch more of his videos. So he did he's done videos on Monkey Island and stuff. I tell you who else we met as well. Marathon Gamer Scott. What a nice bloke he is. Very confident lad. I think he's Essex neck of the woods, and he knew Ed quite well. But yeah, he's a nice old bloke as well. So yeah, just met so many good blokes, like Matropolis as well. Such a nice bloke. Yeah, so just met so many people. It's just brilliant. Right, okay. So I'll show you these 10 minutes in. I've not even shown bugger all yet. Right, so I bought Asteroids on the... Gosh, look at the reflection on that. That's a bit better. So Asteroids on the PS1. I think I'd seen this shown off by Generation Pixel. Stu. I think Stu had this. Couple of little cracks on the back there. I'm not bothered about that. And it's complete in box. It's got the, obviously, the CD and the Manny. I got this off Matt, and I always forget Matt's Mrs. name. Is it Leona? I'm really sorry, Matt, if I've got that wrong. I think it's Leona. So they own Go Games in Darwin, and it was there stalling out, same as last year. He had tons of good games actually, but I had to try and pace myself because I was really there. I really wanted to pick up some Mega Drive bits, which I did, and I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, I paid a £5 for that. I thought that was all right. So yeah, Asteroids. I'll have to get around to trying to give it a go when I get a chance. So I'm just going to try and show these in a bit of an order if I can. So yeah, I'll do this one first. So Xeno Crisis on the Mega Drive. I absolutely am confident this probably plays better on the Super Nintendo. And I did play it last year on a Sunday with Clint. Me and Clint played this. We had to complete the first level, which was pretty tough. I think it was like a no death clear you had to do, and Clint was awful. Like, he was terrible at the game. I carried him the whole way, and yeah. Anyway, so he won. I think he won a T-shirt, and I won. You spun this wheel, and I won the CD soundtrack. And I bumped into Dylan, Hyper Trigger X. I think Dylan's channel is. I think. And yeah, Dylan basically got talking to a couple of the guys behind the stall and said, right, well, I can't remember what he got, the Dreamcast one, and I think Dylan got the Japanese Super Famicom version as well, because and I saw this, and now the Japanese one, and I nearly got the Japanese one, and I couldn't decide, and the bloke behind the thing said, look, just flip a coin. So I flipped a coin and I ended up with the PAL version, and I'm quite happy with the PAL version. I'm just so indecisive. And then my lad got talking. You get a postcard with it, and oh, I got some stickers off Ed as well. But yeah, my lad got talking to the guy that actually made the game, and his name was Mike Tucker, and he I don't know if you can see there. That's a bit better, isn't it? So he signed my manual for me. What a nice bloke. And he was telling me loads. He told my lad a lot more about how he made the game and all that sort of stuff. And I think he was quite taken with my lad. And he gave him, he had all these, not loads, but a couple of Steam codes for the game when it like first hit Steam. And he's like, oh, ER, I've got one on my phone. Let me get you the code. So he gave my lad a little code so my lad can play the game as well on Steam. So yeah, so I got that. Nice fond memories of playing it with Clint. I can play it because I've got the Mega SG. Everything else is in storage, hence why I'm filming in here. No connection, there's no point filming anywhere else. So yeah, you know. And then, you know, just talking to Dylan for ages about this one as well while he was with me. Fair play to Dylan as well. So he got the train from Liverpool, got off at, I don't even know where Dylan got off, but he had to walk for like an hour and a half to get to the Norbreck Castle. I said, mate, why didn't you just ring me? I'd have come and got you, but you might have felt a bit funny, I don't know. But yeah, next time, give us a bell, mate. I'll just come and pick you up. Anyway, so yeah, Xeno Crisis. I've done the first level at least, so looking forward to giving the rest a go. It looks a ton of fun, the rest of it as well, so looking forward to giving that a bash. And then towards the end of the day, because we just did so much talking, and we just walked and walked and talked and talked, and I was knackered, you know. But towards the end of the day, picked up Mega Games 3 because I really wanted to get Alien Storm, and Steve had the suggestion of, why don't you just get Mega Games 3 because you get 2 other games with it. I was like, that's a great idea. Because yeah, Alien Storm was about 35 quid on a stall, and I was like, blimey, that's a bit fierce. Although I think, to be fair, I think that probably was a fair price in hindsight. It seems to be about that price, you know, since I've checked. And then I got talking to, I think it was Ed and maybe Steve, and they kind of ribbed me a bit because I'd never played Earthworm Jim. I know, I have sort of half played it. I think on the Mega Drive Mini, when I bought that, I think it's on there, because I've definitely had a quick go, but I literally just, 2 minutes just to see what it was about, really. So I got this for, I think 20 quid, 22 quid, I think. And it was, I got it from these guys, this stall here. And I think Steve got quite a nice cardboard Mega Drive game from these guys as well. But yeah, it's got the manual, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, looking forward to giving Earthworm Jim a go when I get the chance. Okay, so that's kind of it. I'm going to get on with opening this now. So I've bought, from having all the floors done, I've bought far too many tools that I didn't need. And I bought this miniature Stanley knife for the missus, which we didn't use. So I've kind of half-inched it back off her. And I'm going to use it to open up boxes and parcels. So I'm just going to, I've just nicked it. She goes, you can't do that. You can't give someone something and like not, you know, take it back. I won't, well, I am. So yeah. But, right, okay, so there's going to be tons of stuff in it, and I'm not going to show it off. But I know there's a book in here, and I need to read that. There's some instructions, all that sort of stuff. So, and I think what Craig had done on his last video was stop the video. So I think I'm going to stop the video, pull a couple of bits out that I want, read the book, understand what it's about and what I have to do, and then I'll show you guys what I'm going to take out. Okay guys, yeah, so welcome back super quick. So yeah, I've just gone through the box, and it's brilliant. What a brilliant idea, first and foremost, of Craig to put all of this together. So I've got the book, mate. I've read your last comment. I'm going to go sort of read them backwards and see what everyone else has put. You also get like the play it forward instructions, all that sort of stuff, so you know what you're doing. And what the rules are, that sort of thing. And then you get this like map, which I'll pop on there where we are, so you can see where the box has been. So yeah, I'll do all of that. I'll show you guys just quick what I've taken out, and then I'll replace some bits and pieces anyway. So first and foremost, Craig included these. Now you might think, what the bloody hell are they? Craig actually made these for me. They are 3D printed Sega glasses, arms. So I bought, gosh, ages ago, some Sega 3D glasses that the arms just snapped off them, and I didn't pay a lot. I got them in a box just full of wires and crap, to be honest with you, for like a tenner. So Craig said, gosh, probably a year ago, maybe longer, said, oh, you know, I print them off. So yeah, thanks for doing those for me, mate. I really appreciate it. So I picked everything up, and I didn't see what they were at first, and then the penny dropped, and I was like, haha. So yeah, so thanks for those, mate. I'll have a go at trying to heat up the plastic so I can maneuver the little bits into the glasses. So yeah, thanks, buddy. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna take out of the box. So there was a Switch game which I haven't heard of. It's called Saturday Morning RPG. But my lad knew what it was, and he said, "Oh, it's this and it's that." And I think my lad was saying it's like a retro type focused thing. So I thought, well, I'll give that a go. I'll see how I get on with it. You can't really, there, it's better, isn't it, without the reflection. So yeah, we'll have a go with that. I'm not too sure who put this one in, but thank you very much. So I'm gonna take this one out, and that'll go nicely in the collection. I'm also going to take out, not that I smoke, but there's an ashtray, a Sega ashtray. So I thought I'd take that as well, which is, yeah, just nice to add to the collection. I thought I would just have that as well. And then also, and I don't know who's made these, but I really liked, I'm not going to be able to show you. So I'll try my best without messing it up. So there's a G and an A and an E and an S. I've dropped it. But yeah, it spells Sega, of course. So somebody's printed these off. I don't know, again, I don't know. Might have been Craig, actually. I think Craig does have a 3D printer, so it might have been Craig, I don't know. So I thought, right, I will, when I eventually get my shit together and sort out somewhere to put all of my collection, and that might be when one of the kids leave home, to be fair. But yeah, that would look really nice on the wall, I think. So so yeah, so that's what I'm going to take out. I'm going to put some stuff back in, and then I'm going to pass all this off and to the next recipient. So so yeah, you'll have to stay tuned and see who gets it. So that's it, guys. I didn't mean the video to be quite so long, but thank you for bearing with me. I will do my best to tag as many people as I possibly can, or that I've remembered that I bumped into yesterday, in the description below, so that you guys can go and check out their channels as well if you'd like to. But yeah, that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. Be good to each other, look after each other, be nice, be kind, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you ever so much.